Well, hello, everybody, and we welcome you to this new edition of News You Can Use. I'm the host, Thera Martin. Today on the program, we're going to call it Robin Day. In my first portion of the program, we have Dr. Robin Cooper. She is the president of CASA Union Local 502. She's also a business owner, and she's a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. In our second portion of our program today, we're going to talk with Robin Shine Maddox, and she's going to be telling us about the She Shines Conference coming our way November the 9th. Stay along for the ride. We'll be back in just a moment. Be here, Thera Martin, with you on this edition of News You Can Use.
Very much good having you.
Wow.
Good to see you.
It is good to see you, but you didn't say that. You said you can use rebooted. I'm Thera Martin, and I am glad to be back at LaSalle TV. I am excited. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, but I got her today. Dr. Robin Cooper is here. So good to see you.
Nice to see you, Thera. Thanks for having me.
I gotta say, from the very first time I met you, from the very first time, we clicked. We just clicked.
Yes, we did.
And I have admired you from day one. And the crazy thing is, when I first met you, it was really virtually because I was living in North Carolina at the time. But nonetheless, it was this click between us, and we haven't stopped since then. So tell our viewing audience a little bit about the CASA Union, because some people don't realize.
Well, we work for one employer. We are Teamsters Local 502. That is the official name, Teamsters Local 502, and most people don't realize that. Commonwealth Association of School Administrators, and we call ourselves CASA for short. So I work for one employer, that is the School District of Philadelphia, and in my role as the CASA president, I represent principals, assistant principals, climate managers, facility area managers, early childhood supervisors.
Busy all the time.
Anyone that's a first level hearing officer for the School District of Philadelphia.
And you've been the president of CASA for how long now?
I have been the president for 8 years, and I was just reelected last week for another 5-year term, so we are excited.
Fantastic, fantastic. But you also are a national office holder.
Yes.
Talk about that for a minute.
Yes, in August, I was just elected as the national vice chairperson for the Teamsters National Black Caucus.
Okay.
And so in that role, we are excited about the election because we are endorsing Kamala Harris. And that was like the biggest part of our convention in August.
And so with this new leadership role, on top of everything you're doing in Philadelphia, I don't know how you get it all done, except to say, because you're an educated woman, because you know how to strategically plan and organize, you make it happen.
Yes, yes.
And you've got good people working with you, too.
I have some of the best. When I tell everybody, like, first of all, in the Commonwealth, they're not principal unions per se, like there are associations and all of those things. So we have an actual union, so with collective bargaining rights and everything. So I work with a group of people that help me get it done. So I don't do anything on my own, like my secretary treasurer, Dr. Don Anticoli. He is absolutely wonderful.
Dr. Don, we love you, Dr. Don.
He's great. So we do a lot of politics, just a lot of making sure that our members are set.
Fantastic.
But also we want to work with our communities in Philadelphia to ensure that we are working towards having the best public school system possible.
I know that there's challenges with whatever career choice you make. There's going to be challenges out here in the world. And certainly with a school district like Philadelphia School District, I heard it was the 5th or the 6th largest school district in the United States of America. We've got Dr. Number 8? 8. Okay, and we've got Dr. Tony Watlington, who is the superintendent of public schools, and he's been here like, 2 years now, and comes out of North Carolina. There were those who said, oh, we want somebody from Philly. I was one of them. I'm be honest. I'll be transparent. I'm not going to fake on cable TV. I wanted to see somebody from Philadelphia. I felt like we have enough homegrown talent. But I will also say, in the 2 years that Dr. Watlington has been here, from where I sit, and I don't make it to all the meetings, I'm not downtown at the school board all the time, but it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. And my times that I've been in his presence, he comes across to me like he really does care, and he wants to make a positive difference in the Philadelphia public school system.
In my 8 years, he's very genuine. and he works very hard. And coming from North Carolina, he'll tell you, like coming from a right-to-work state, not really understanding and knowing much about unions, just the way that he has worked with the 5 unit heads.
Yes.
And he has worked with us. So once a month we meet, and he really wants to understand and know about unions. So it's a breath of fresh air. It really is.
Is there any advice, Dr. Robin, that you can give to parents or other caretakers of our children who have kids in the Philadelphia public school system that might make it where they can work more supportively, perhaps, is the word I want to use, with school administrators and teachers as well?
I would say, really work with your schools, because what people don't understand is how the city works with public education. It will show how successful we are. So I think we've always been a community of neighborhoods.
Yes.
And when you work with the school and you provide that village, we can't do anything but excel. So people tend to talk down and in a negative manner about public schools, but we're moving from surviving to thriving, and we have some innovative, great schools. We have great leaders, we have great staff, we have great schools. And so we ask for folks to really take a look at what's going on in public education, because we have it.
And we've got some dynamite young people.
Yes.
I don't want to ever leave out my young people. I am like so in love with the kids from Dobbins High School, for example, because they're right in my face on 22nd Street. And
Absolutely.
from 2013, and the year is now 2024, I've been around Allegheny West and North 22nd Street, business corridor management, and trying to be supportive of the school. Unfortunately, when Dr. Tony Damon retired, that's right around the same time when I was making my exit to go off and get married again, and then North Carolina and all of that, and I didn't meet the new principal. So I've now met her, but I got to work up a relationship with her, because I want to be back to where I was before with my kids from Dobbins High School. A lot of good kids, a lot of good young people at Dobbins and at these other Philadelphia public schools too, but they don't get enough credit. If you hear one negative story, one bad thing happens, it's like everybody wants to paint all the kids as bad.
And what people don't really understand is again, talking about that community and all of those other things. I'm a product of Philadelphia public schools. I went to public schools my entire life. I went to public schools, I went to state colleges in Pennsylvania. And when I came along, like everybody that went to Cheney was running Philadelphia. Almost everybody, either Lincoln or Cheney or wherever, everybody was running Philadelphia. So public education, it still works. You have to make it work for you. So for every bad story, you can find 3 more good stories. And so what we have to do is paint our own narrative. So we have a campaign where we're doing just that. We're painting our own narrative. So we're talking about all of the innovative things that are going on in public education within the school district of Philadelphia, and I'm excited about it.
Okay, so now you didn't just arrive to become the president of the Principal and Administrators Union overnight. You took steps to get to where you are. First of all, the education. You made sure that was in place. Graduated from high school, went on to Penn State University, graduated from Penn State, and went on to do some other educational.
I left Penn State. I did my graduate studies at Cheney University, and then I did my doctoral studies at St. Joseph's University. So I always tell folks, when you want to know about people, the diversity of everything. So I tell folks, I did the white institution, I did the black institution, and I did the Jesuit institution. Because you want to be diverse, especially in a melting pot like Philadelphia. You want to know people, you want to know cultures, and that's, to me, the best way to expand our city.
Well, you look like you're about 21 years old now, so you must have got your doctorate degree when you were 10. I don't know what happened with all of that, but looking good. Dr. Robin Cooper. She is the president of the CASA Union Local 502. That's the high school, that's the Principals and Administrators Union, whether it's elementary school, middle school, or high school. She's overseeing all of that. And what words can you give to our audience? Because people are going to see this over the next number of days leading up to November the 5th, General Election Day. Some encouragement to get out to the polls.
Get out to the polls. I say take someone. We're talking, and one of the things we're trying to do differently this time, because we know, like, I know you're going to vote. You know I'm going to vote, right? So we know we're doing it with organizations and all of those other things. What we're saying this time is take folks who want to vote, but they may not be as committed as we are. So, get the shuttle buses, get the groups, do the carpooling, but take people who they have that they're registered, they may want to, but they may not be as focused. So that's the group we want to get, because it's going to be the undecided that decide this race. So we want everyone to get out to vote, so we want a different strategy.
I know people always say every time there's an election, this is the most important election. Honest to God, I feel like this one right here,
This one is for
November the 5th,
democracy.
2024, it's for everything. Everything is at stake. So folks, please make for sure you vote on Election Day. The polls open at 7 a.m. They remain open until 8 p.m. Real quick, because we're out of time, but you are also a businesswoman, the proud owner of Captivating Kids.
I am the proud owner of Captivating Kids, located on 22nd Street, and we work very closely with Pierce Elementary School, and I am just excited. Again, I want to make sure that we pour into children and get them ready for those formative years, and I could do that right on 22nd Street, the business corridor. It's wonderful.
All right, so if people want to know more about Captivating Kids, is there a phone number or a website we can put out?
There is captivatingkidstda.com and telephone number 215-205-5147.
Okay, and your Child Care Academy is different than some of the rest that we may see scattered around the city because?
Well, it's called Captivating Kids Talent Development Academy, and we work on whatever their talent is. So we try to pull out the potential. So if we notice that your child may sing, or if they, are artistic or whatever it is, so we just look for the talent to pull out of and to really work with them to develop that.
All right, I thank you so much for being with me today, and I appreciate all that you do for the community, all that you do for 22nd Street, and all that you do for our public schools, because as an administrator, you're helping to make a difference for sure.
I thank you. Thank you for having me, Thera.
All right, we appreciate you. Yes, yes, yes. And so in the waning moments of the program, I just want to remind people that when we're looking at November the 5th, we're talking about president, voting for vice president, U.S. Senator in Pennsylvania. There's two candidates running, Bob Casey and Mr. McCormick running against Bob Casey for U.S. Senate. Certainly all of our Pennsylvania State House of Representatives members are running for re-election. Maybe some have decided to step out and won't run again, but there are people running to take those seats that are vacant for the State House of Representatives. And then in the even-numbered districts, state senators in Pennsylvania are running for re-election this time around. And so we're just encouraging people to make sure you do the right thing on Election Day. The Auditor General seat is available, the State Attorney General seat is available, and the State Treasurer for Pennsylvania are available. So do what you got to do, but get yourself to the polls. If you have any final questions before November the 5th, you can call Philadelphia City Commissioner's Office at 215-686-3472. That's 215-686-3472. That's it for this edition of the first part of our program. And in a moment, we'll be back with Rob and Shine. Stay with us.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. It's hard to always know what's going on with your kids. The Talk They Hear You mobile app and Screen for Success tool can help. The mobile app shows you how to turn everyday situations into opportunities to talk with your kids about alcohol and other drugs. Screen for Success helps you find out if your child needs more support by asking about their health, wellness, and well-being. Keep your kids safe and healthy. Download the free Talk They Hear You mobile app and start using Screen for Success today.
I've been driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like the trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads, it's our safety.
And we continue with our program right now. Robin Shine Maddox is with us, and she is the founder, creator of the She Shines Conference, and what a wonderful conference it is. It's good to see you, sis.
It's good to see you, my
Good to see
sis.
you.
How are
yes,
you?
Yes, yes. I'm fine, and I'm ready for November the 9th.
Oh, yes. You're looking all well
Yes,
and
you
everything.
too.
So it's so
You
exciting
too.
to be here. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
thank you,
yes.
thank you.
So for people who missed the boat and didn't know about this amazing conference that's been around for a few years now, tell folks about She Shines.
Oh, well, Thera, I want to talk about She Shines Conference. First of all, we will be celebrating our 5th year. Can you believe it? Our 5th year, November the 9th, at the New Covenant Church of Philadelphia. All roads lead there.
7500 Germantown Avenue.
Absolutely, in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection.
Yes.
Yes, so She Shines came about when I was diagnosed in 2018 with breast cancer. And I'll be honest, and I share with many people that I didn't know if I was going to live or die. And going through that journey was really difficult, very rough.
Yes.
Not only physically, but even emotionally and mentally, it was a really difficult time in my life. And I remember, you know, I'm a PK, right? So I remember laying on my bed and I was just praying, and I resolved. I said, Lord, if you take me home, it is well. It's a win for me.
Yes.
I said, but if you leave me here, I have more work to do, and which I hope I do have more work to do, then
yes.
I am fine. And the Lord just spoke to me and said, no, this is a bigger picture. Yes, you're going through a painful situation and a journey, but I want you to know, and I want you to share with others, that no matter what their pain is, that it can turn around for the good
Yes.
and to help people and to inspire people. And so with that said, in 2019, I launched our very first, and I thought I was one and done, She Shines Conference. I just wanted all the women just to come together, you know, so
Well,
we
I thought
can,
you were going to do one every other year, something like
No.
that. No, not Robin.
No, and you know what? And you know, it's funny that you say that, because I never thought about every other year, even though a lot of work is involved, and I could use that off year to plan for, you know, the every other year.
Yes.
But this is how it has been thus far, and we'll see in the future.
Yes.
But I'm really excited about the opportunity to serve, to empower women, to inspire women, to offer women hope that no matter what pain you may be experiencing at this particular time, right? God has a plan for your life. He has a plan for all of our lives. And He can take that ugliness and the pain and the frustration and turn it around for our
Won't He
good.
do it?
Yes, He does that, right?
Don't get me to shouting up here on this set
But
now.
I'm so serious about this, right? And because,
Yes.
you know, it's working in us, perfecting
Yes.
us, developing us, maturing us, right? You know, refining and, you know, our character, right? And being the woman of God that God has purposed and ordained for us to be.
Yes.
And to share the message that, yes, as long as you have breath in your body, there's hope.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So now, on the day of the She Shines conference, give us a little overview of how things unfold. What happens?
Well, when the women come in, of course, we have like a little continental breakfast. You know, a lot of women like their teas and their coffees, right? And just a little something in their stomach because it is a long day. But we also provide lunch. But before then, we're excited this year. We were blessed with the Black Health Matters and Jefferson Health, and they have heard about us, and they said we're going to bring the big mammogram mobile unit for women who have not scheduled or have had a mammogram. They can get it for free, and I'm letting everyone know you don't necessarily have to register for the conference in order to get your screening. It's open. We want women to come and get their screening. Absolutely. That's important. That's really important because after all, it was launched, it was birthed, this conference, because of my experience and being diagnosed with breast cancer. But we have an opening speakers and we have a closing speaker. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Our opening keynote speaker, she's right here from Philadelphia, Dr. Sarita Lyons. She just released a book called The Church Girl. She's a PK also, right? But and she used to have her practice. She's as a therapist.
Okay.
So she's going to be with us, and then we're going to have, as I said, all these workshops that's going on with financial health and wellness. Screenings and talk about lifestyle and beauty care, health care, hair care. So we're going to have a lot of workshops, and we have some vendors who are partnering with us and going to sell their products or their services. So I'm really excited about it. We have a whole lot that's going on in a day.
So this past Sunday that we're just coming out of, which would have been yesterday, and I worshiped at Greater St. Matthew's Church because Reverend Dr. Bishop Stephen Avinger was observing his 37th anniversary as the pastor there. And so I get in there, and next thing I know, I got a hot flash. Man, I'm furiously. That fan was just going like this. And I thought about Dr. Roebuck, and I met her through you, and she was a guest the last time I did a show here talking about menopause. And so on November the 9th, you're going to have me in her workshop, right? I'm going to be like the moderator or something?
You're going to be the moderator for that workshop.
Right,
listen, Dr. Roebuck, she is a returning presenter. People always are asking, is she coming back? Is she coming back?
Good.
She lays it down when it talks about menopause, perimenopause, and menopause, and then postmenopause. She gets into it all, and she shares, information, that let me talk about myself, that I really was not aware of.
I didn't know.
Sometimes, honestly, in our families, we don't talk about that, amongst the women, mothers, fathers, mothers and grandmothers and daughters. But nonetheless, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. And she shares her information, but she also includes humor, right?
Yes,
so
she
it's not
does.
so heavy, you walk out. But she is amazing. And so I'm so excited that you're going to be joining us at that workshop. I'm so excited about that as well.
And there's another lady that has been a reoccurring speaker, and I don't know if she's coming this year, but Dr. Archie.
Dr. Archie Allen. Archie is very supportive. She is going to have her table there, her staff there this year.
Good.
But I'm so excited about her. Dr. Archie Allen Wilson, along with Dr. Marquita Williams, the interim commissioner for the Department of Behavioral Health and mental and intellectual disabilities. They will be joining us. They have been there from day one. And you know what? I count it a privilege and an honor, and I'm humbled that I can reach out to these women and others to say, hey, can I call on you? I would like to call on you to come and just, I need your support and your help in this area. And they gladly, women even from Washington, D.C., they're coming up. Now Blast, a young sister with the League of Women Voters, and she's young and she knows her stuff. And so I'm just so blessed, and we're blessed. So I share the blessing by bringing the women together. I guess you can say, Robin, you're the connector. You're like the liaison.
You are.
And so, so that we can exchange and have this information, but at the same time, we have a great time getting to know one another. And so I'm really excited about it. And if I can say this one thing, what makes my heart go pitter-patter is because my daughter will be joining me at the conference, and she's going to be on the panel, one of the mental health panels.
Good.
And
Goody.
I'm excited about that.
Now, as we're sitting here I've gotten the signal that we're all but out of time, and I got a little misty there for a second because last year when I was at the conference, I wasn't doing so good. I was walking really bad, and I was using a cane. And I'm so vain. I didn't realize how vain I was, so this arthritis thing got me. And I was like, I don't want people to see me like that, but your mom was there, and she ministered to me. She ministered to me. And she was the last person that I talked to as I was limping my way out of the conference, feeling sorry for myself. But your mama ministered to me. And I just want you to know, I love both of your parents. Both of your parents have been a blessing in my life. And I'm just so glad that you're an obedient woman of God, so that when God tells you to do something, you don't come up with no excuses and no nonsense, you get it done. So God said, Robin Shine Maddox, do a She Shines conference. And he spoke it into existence. And we're 5 years in now?
Yes,
Woo-woo.
5 years. And can I just mention about my mom?
Real fast.
Real fast. And that is, my mom was with me for the whole entire when it came about.
Yes.
And so we're going to continue to host her She Gives table.
Okay.
My mom always has a table, and she gives things away. We're going to continue that.
All right, fantastic. A phone number or a website where people can plug in for She Shines Conference?
Yes, go to www.sheshinesconference.com or call me, 267-328-4592.
All right, and if she said it too fast, SheShinesConference.com. Go there, because you want to be at the She Shines Conference. It is Saturday, November the 9th. That's it for me. We got to get out of here, but this was a Robin and Robin show today.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us, and thank you for being here, sis. I appreciate you so very much.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.